Hi all, this is Mr Diggs from Mr Diggs Deals. I'm a part-time eBay reseller. No charity shop haul or anything like that today. Today I thought I'd do a simple guide for new resellers for charity shops, because there's been a bit of talk over social media in the chat group on Facebook about should you go into buy stuff for reselling in charity shops or shouldn't you. And basically for me it's my main source of sourcing stock, and I've been doing this ever since I started about 7, 8, 9 months ago now. There are good points to it and there are bad points to it, but for all the new resellers out there who are not sure whether to do it or not, this is just a few helpful tips and advice on what to do, what to look for when you actually go into one. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm no expert by any means. This is just my experience over the last few months of charity shops. What to look for, what to buy, the do's and don'ts, because, sorry about the bird. So yeah, this basically is a video, like I said, for new resellers, help, tips and advice for charity shops. One of the most common things you should do first of all is when you walk past a charity shop, always look in the windows at the displays, because 9 times out of 10 the windows displays hold some pretty good high value items. Yes, they are expensive, but there's always bound to be a little hidden gem. So in most charity shops you have great big windows, and usually one side you've got clothing, and then usually the other side you've got pottery or crockery of some description, or electrical goods or stuff like that. So, but even before you walk into the charity shop, make sure you have a good look at the windows to see what's in there. If you see something, don't be afraid to go in and ask, say, can I have a look at that? You know, no obligation to buy whatsoever. Just say you might be interested in it and just have a look, see what the price is, and so yeah, just take it from there. Another helpful tip is always look in bags and boxes. It's more or less the same principle at a car boot. In any sort of bags and boxes, obviously you haven't got x-ray specs or anything like that, so you don't know what's in there. So usually on the floor there's bags and boxes of all sorts of descriptions. So have a look in there, because again, could be a hidden gem or two, you never know. Now, charity shops can be expensive for the simple reason is a lot of charity shops now get their main prices off eBay, the very place that you want to probably sell. Now, they don't sell it at the full price that eBay sells it for. They sell it for more or less half the price and probably a little bit under. And the things to look out for that can be expensive is clothing, is board games, and some electrical items. Now, unfortunately, in charity shops you can't barter, because obviously it's a charity shop and they obviously think they're doing you a favour by pricing it at the price they've done it at. So bartering is a big no-no. I know in another reseller's videos, Ben Fitzpatrick, he likes to buy, or he has in the past, buy bulk loads of books. And I'm not just talking about 2 or 3, just for argument's sake, if you was interested in books and you had like sort of, I don't know, a bulk load of 30 or 40 at a particular price, then I guess it's okay to a certain degree to say, well, if I take all these books, will you do me a little bit of a discount on it, please? Because you can guarantee sometimes the charity shops are more than happy to let a few bulk loads go so they can put new stock out that they've got stuck in the back. So, like I say, even though I said that it's a bit of a no-no for bartering, if you was to say sort of look at a bulk load of stuff and say, basically just say what I've said to you, I'm going to take all this stuff, can you do me any sort of price or any deal on it? And the worst they can say is no. So yeah, just remember that one for the future. And if you think you're not getting what you're looking for in the actual shop itself, never be afraid also to ask them to have a look at the stock that they haven't put out yet. I personally do this, and 9 times out of 10 there's always something that they haven't put out into the shop that is worth money. Only the simple reason is they haven't either priced it up yet, or they haven't got the room for it. A lot of charity shops are quite happy to show you the excess stock, but there are 1 or 2 charity shops that do say no. And I find if you sort of offer a little bit of an incentive by saying, oh, how about if I make a small donation, would I be able to then? And obviously that's again making the shop money even without buying anything. So I'd advise that quite strongly, because like I say, I do it myself. So and at the end of the day, you'll be doing yourself a favour and the shop a favour by looking at stock they've not put out yet. Also, in the shop they have cabinets as well, where they put stuff like cameras and jewellery and stuff like that. Make sure if they've got a cabinet, you have a look in that as well. It's the same principle as in the shop windows themselves. So if you see something you like, just say, could I have a look at that. Again, you're no obligation to buy. Again, it's not worth, or you can't barter for it because it's not a car boot. So yeah, I hope this has been some help to some people, mainly aimed at the new resellers. Like I say, there is quite a big community out there for reselling and reselling videos. On social media, there's a great group called the Tat Chat group, run by Nick and Andrea Hills, who have been doing this sort of thing for 15, 16 years, and there are lots of other like-minded resellers on there as well. So if you need any advice, just pop over to the Facebook and just look for the Tat Chat group. They'll probably add you, and you can ask as many questions as you like there if you're not sure about charity shops. I also hope to do another one for new resellers for car boots. Now it has been a while for me since I've been to a car boot, but I basically know what to look for, what tips you need, and advice I can give. So yeah, if you've liked what you've seen in the video, thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you've found it helpful, or if you'd like to ask me any questions down below as a new reseller, then feel free to ask me and I'll get back to you. Because like I say, I've been doing this reselling business bit for a while now, and the only source I've been doing is charity shops. Not because I don't like car boots, is that I can't drive at the minute. So and my car boots are usually out in the country somewhere where I can't get. So like I say, hopefully if you've got any more questions, like I say, hit me down below. If you've liked what you've heard, thank you very much. Give me a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, because I'll be doing more stuff for new resellers, because it's hard to know as a reseller, as a new reseller, where to begin with. And there are multiple ways you can source stock, and this among all of them is just one example from charity shops. So again, thank you very much for watching. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to. Till the next video, thanks guys and girls, much respect for Mr. Diggs Deals, happy selling, thanks, cheers.